Hey guys, welcome to the video I'll be doing on VeChain today. And of course, today is January 20th, 2020. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. And of course, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just giving my opinion on the market here, and you're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. And this is a very risky and volatile market. So without further ado, I think we'll go ahead and just dive into the chart. I've been taking a look at VeChain, as you all know, for a long time. It's been about a week since I did my last video update. So my last update, I was talking about an expansion to the upside, and that was on, I believe, the 12th to the 14th. I believe it was the 14th. I was talking about an expansion to the upside. So yeah, it was the 14th, and that was right here. Expansion to the upside. Actually, it was probably about right here. And we did have, our initial expansion that got rejected here at the median of this channel. We had a pullback, and then we had another move to the upside. So there was significant profit to be made there. Of course, we have pulled back basically 100% since I had that video that I was saying, down here about 5,700 or so, and we made that decent move to the upside here. But what I want to pay attention to is this channel where we've got multiple touches on the lower of this channel. I did go back into the past to see if this channel was, was interesting in any way, and not so much. I mean, obviously there was a little bit of rejection here, and then you could argue this is support here, but from a channel perspective, it doesn't really match up. So I'm not going to give that a whole lot of weight. So I'm going to pull this back up here because I think that the places where it means the most is the current price action that we're currently tracking inside of. All right, so we talked about this being an A, B, C. This looked very corrective based on this larger impulsive move to the upside. And then as far as our pullback goes, we did a decent pullback. Let me just go ahead and pull this up over here, so it's a little bit out of the way, and see where we did our pullback to. We went beyond the 618. We did not get to the 786. I would say that this probably did fall at the 703. Which we have just recently started paying some attention to, 703, and that was right there at 44.12. And this bottomed out at about, let's see here, 45.75, 44.51. So almost a 70% retrace based on that. It's not a golden zone retracement. It went beyond the 65, but nonetheless, we had a little bit of a wick down there. You could say at the bottom was here at about 45.68. Nonetheless, we are in a new uptrend, and so now what everybody's trying to figure out is this an A, a B, a C again, then we're going to be continuing lower, or is this a 1, 2, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a smaller 1, 2, and basically are we going higher? That's the question. Basically the way that the price action is looking right now, this does look like it is going to move itself up a little bit here. I'm interested to see what happens at 6,000 to 6,050. If it stops here, then especially if it goes up here to 6,250 and stops, what people are going to start paying attention to, and there is a little bit of merit to this, is the fact that this could be one shoulder, one head, and then potentially are we going to be making another shoulder, and then finally moving down. And if we move down, our target for this is going to be right here in this range, because on a head and shoulder, you're more than likely going to be going back to where the head and shoulder started. So in this case, you've got your shoulder, you've got your head, and now are we creating a little bit of a shoulder here? You would be going back down to that. Fibonacci aside, your target is going to be where the head and shoulder started. So we have that to pay attention to. So in this case, our area that we need to hold now is going to be here at 57.25. Approximately 57.25. Our bottom sitting down here at 56.86, and if that is going to be our bottom, so we're talking about this potentially being an impulsive move to the upside. So we've got one pivot here to this pivot here, basically looking at this being a 1, a 2, and then putting in a 3. Now we're coming in for the 4, and then we're going to be putting in a 5, and the 5 target is going to be sitting somewhere in this red, sorry, not red box, but a green box. So somewhere between 6,900 and 7,000. This is going to be the area where I would expect there to be a top to happen, a top to occur. So again, we'll just have to wait and see how this works out. I would be interested in buying. I do not currently hold any VeChain, but I am interested in a push down here to this level. A push down to 57.25 I am interested in buying, and I'm interested in getting out up here in the 6,900 to 7,000 range, and just kind of waiting it out at that point to see what happens next. So going to go ahead and, buy the dip and then basically preserve my capital once we get up here to this level. All right. If we do move to the downside, if we do take out this pivot down here, the 618, I am interested in seeing what happens here, 5,200. We're going to break out of this channel if that does happen. So let me just go ahead and close this out and take out these Fibonacci pulls that I've got. I'm going to pull out this one as well. Now that we know what that is. And what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to just keep it very simple. I'm going to clone this channel, and I'm going to pull it down here and see if this makes sense. So I tried to line those up pretty well right on top of each other. And if this does go ahead and pull down, depending on how long it takes, this might be a good area down here, 5,200. If we do break below that, it's very possible, depending on how quickly this happens, we may come back down here to the 5,000 level. One way or another, if we fall out of this channel, I'm interested in just waiting. Not trying to catch any falling wicks or anything like that, trying to catch any falling knives, I guess I should say. I'll be just waiting and seeing what happens. But right now, this pivot, this was a long wick that we just had here, and if I go down to an hourly candle, you can see this. A nice reaction off of that, and that's what we want to see. So I don't want to see us break down below 5,800 anytime soon. But if we do come back down here to 5,700, I am interested in buying down here. But again, if we break this green line, which is right now currently this green line is sitting at about 56.30. If we break down below that, even on an hourly, I'll be out and just waiting. Waiting for some kind of a bullish reaction. I would say this is somewhat of a bullish reaction here that we got, but I need to see some follow through. And again, I am interested in buying down here in the 57 to 5,800 region, and I'll be waiting to see what happens at that point. So that's what I've got on VeChain. 7.5 minutes in. If you do have any questions or anything, feel free to pop in the Discord and let me know. I'll get you an invite code if you leave me a comment, and wherever you're on the world, I hope you're having a good day, a good night, and a good evening.